Okay, I'm starting at 6:04. And it's time for the 2021 FOLAR Outstanding Community Service Awards. Woohoo! Welcome everyone. This is always our favorite time of year for so many reasons, and this is at the top. I do want to mention that we're recording this so that we can display it on YouTube until next year, when we have a new one. And also, of course, please feel free to put any questions or comments in the chat. We'll take a look at them toward the end probably, but we'll try to be aware that you're talking and communicating. So welcome. We're thrilled to honor these wonderful volunteers tonight. In fact, FOLAR is so fortunate to have many, many, many volunteers who support us and help us work toward our mission along the river. And of course, the support of these 9 individuals tonight have really been important through 2021. And so, again, we want to highlight their work and the significant impact they helped FOLAR make along the trail this year. I do want to say that with me tonight is Heather BARRAR, our Regional Trails Program Director, waving there, and Kiffy WERKHEISER, our FOLAR Development Director. So the staff is all here. We're so thrilled. We also have nearly all of our board here with us, which is a thrill. There are about 16 or 17 who help us move this project forward, and it takes every single one of them. And I thank them sincerely for their work. And of course, directors, wave too, please, and acknowledge all your work. And at this time, I'm going to introduce our chairman, Sam Hayes. We are really fortunate to have Sam serving as chair. He served last year, 2021, or through this year. And in fact, we just had elections, and he is going to serve us for 2022 as well as chair. Yay! Sam is perfect for the position. He's a Dinwiddie native, serves on the Planning Commission, and a engineer, transportation engineer, and crowning glory, helped manage and lead the completion of the Virginia Capitol Trail. Are you familiar? So Sam, with that introduction, I'd like to introduce you and have you say a few words, and if you would introduce the other new officers for the year. I think that's our next slide. Do I do that or you?
Yeah, so thank you, Wendy. Really appreciate that. It is truly an honor to be on the board and serving as chair once again. We do have our vice chair, Christian Volk, as well, as you can see there, and Kim Conley, secretary, and Betty Estes, that's treasurer. We have a great board that's served, and we're continuing on to move on to next year. As Wendy mentioned, the board thoughtfully and carefully considered these awards over the past few months. There's a lot of good things that happened in 2021, and we're pleased to announce these recipients. These awards honor the extraordinary impacts of the individuals and organizations in our region who've made quite a bit of significant difference here in our community through this year, and their service, their exemplary philanthropy and supportive and conserving and protecting the Appomattox River for everyone to enjoy now and into the future. And so going into the specific categories, I'll turn that back over to Wendy again.
Thanks so much, Sam. Yes, we're really excited for the coming year with our new officers and our officers and board. And then we have really had a full and impactful 2021 as well, which I want to speak about briefly because, of course, it all happened in large part because of the volunteers who help support FOLAR. We had several very major milestones that we achieved through 2021. I'm going to mention three biggies right here that have really pushed us forward. We were able to have our grand opening and ribbon cutting of the brand new University Boulevard Trailhead and Trail, an amazing achievement of collaboration and fundraising. It is a success story for a challenge grant that we achieved with all the help of all our community partners. We now have a beautiful new trail that is open to the public and a beautiful trailhead to look over the river and signage and all the amenities that we want along the trail. And that trail is right in Petersburg and just near VSU and Chesterfield. So again, a great regional access there. Then we also had launched our improvements to the western end of the trail through the receipt of a $1 million grant from the Cameron Foundation. We don't achieve that every year. In fact, we probably don't do that every 20 years. So, but maybe we'll speed it up in the future. We combine that with a $500,000 challenge grant we received from the Cabell Foundation, a Richmond Foundation, where we're still working on that. We need to achieve that by the end of 2022, but we are well on our way. And again, with the help of all our community members, I know we will achieve it. And then, of course, we had the most amazing paddle battle paddling event in this September, the largest in the 13 years that we've provided that event. So nearly 160 folks were connected to the beauty and excitement and recreation of the Lower Appomattox River. So three big achievements for FOLAR, again, all with the help of our amazing volunteers and donors and partners. Again, continuing, those are sort of three highlights, but our next slide shows the multitude of work that we have accomplished as we focus on the strategies, our three main strategies of our mission, which is to work collaboratively with our communities to conserve and protect the Appomattox River for everyone to enjoy. And we do that by protecting our land and water. We spoke already about the Ferndale Park. That's going to be improvements to the land, and that will help our river. And then also a huge accomplishment in this area this year was that we did create a land conservation plan for the Lower Appomattox River, the first ever. That's something Heather will give us a little bit more information about, because one of our honorees this evening was very integral to that achievement. In terms of quality access for all, again, we talked about University Boulevard. That access, we worked closely with Hopewell on their bicycle network and access there. And also I want to mention our traffic counters, our infrared counters that provide data that proves the use of our trails is increasing enormously. We provided our first full year of data and a report on that, all collected and analyzed by volunteers. And it shows that we saw more than 210,000 passes of our counters last year. And just as a reference, we usually use about a 200,000 number of individuals as our service areas, the individual number of individuals in our 6 jurisdiction service area. So that's a relatively good reach for trail use. I think that shows need and desire, and I think we're on the right track there with providing the trail that is accessible. And finally, the learning and active lifestyles programs that we have been able to provide. We did, again, give out another environmental stewardship scholarship this year. We partner with the John Randolph Foundation, and that was made possible by a charitable foundation by one of our founding members, right, Victor Liu. And the recipient was a Dinwiddie High School student. Those awards go to our local rising high school seniors. So again, all of this work made possible by our community, our partners, our collaborators, and we very much appreciate it. And that's why we celebrate each year all the folks that help us do that. And I think now that I've given you some background on all the overview of the work, we're ready to jump into the awards program and really honor these individuals, organizations who have really stepped up this year in phenomenal ways. So we're going to kick that up. Exemplary service and philanthropy. We have, I think I mentioned, 9 honorees tonight. And we did have an opportunity actually to deliver the awards earlier. So we have lovely photos of them, and we had lovely encounters, and I'm seeing faces of all those wonderful honorees here too on the screen. So welcome to you all, and we're going to kick this off with Volunteer of the Year, and to do that, Heather BARRAR, our Regional Trails Program Director, is going to announce that.
Cool. So I am proud to announce the Volunteer of the Year for FOLAR. And so this award goes to someone who puts in many hours of volunteer work, and not only just hours, but expertise and passion to the mission. You know, some years you might see this Volunteer of the Year maybe actually being on the trail, but this year the award goes to someone who is a little more behind the scenes, and that is Edie Golden. So Edie did a lot of work this year behind the scenes. Well, actually for years, Edie has been kind of, I'd call our on-call GIS mapper for FOLAR. So Edie does all of the maps for our grant requests, for our presentations to our jurisdictions and partners. So Edie has definitely helped us get some of that funding to build the trail through her mapping. But this year we took on a much bigger initiative than just some mapping. We took on creating a land conservation plan for the entire Lower Appomattox River. So we actually inventoried every single piece of property on that 20-mile stretch within a 500-foot corridor from the river. And Edie actually did a lot of learning for this project as well, watched a lot of videos and took on the initiative to figure out how to actually make a model for us. So we are so excited for this new model. Edie and I are going to continue to refine this work. So she is not done with her work yet, but it's just such a great start for us and for the whole region. It's something that we'll share with all the localities, all of our partner conservation agencies, and something that will just really help push the conservation of the river effort forward. So thank you so much, Edie. It was a pleasure working with you. I joked and said we should have had a Zoom screenshot to share, because that's what Edie and I were on Zoom a lot of the late Friday nights working on this. But with that, I'll give it to you, Edie, if you want to say a few words.
Hey, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, it was a really, as Heather mentioned, a great learning experience for me. And I kind of enjoy this GIS work more than the GIS I had been doing for my job with utilities. So it was really fun to try to learn as far as for this trail and conservation is something that I go to all the time. I live near the James River. So I'm excited for this trail to develop and to get out there and do some biking and hiking on the Appomattox River Trail. And it's fun to see the new parts of the trail opening up. But so it was fun GIS, really great people to work with. Like Heather said, we spent a lot of weekends and sometimes some long Zoom meetings. And yeah, it was a fun project and fun to work on. And I can't wait to use the trail some more.
Thank you, Edie. And I just want to say, and Edie always has that smile on too when she's working. So that was really a critical part of the award recipients criteria. Thank you, Edie. And now, I guess I'm going to pass it over now. Our next award is Business and Industry. Always an exciting award for us. And I'm going to pass it over to Kiffy to present that award.
Hello, everyone. I am excited to present this award to an organization that I've had personally a long history of working with. They are a big community supporter. They have a long history of working along the river. Of course, the Appomattox River has lots of industries that have used it. And so this particular organization has done a lot, as I said, for our community, and certainly has a history of supporting the Hopewell River Walk. This year, they really stepped up for our challenge grant for Ferndale Park, Appomattox Riverside Park, and Dinwiddie. And as soon as we asked them, they didn't hesitate, and we are so grateful for their long relationship. And of course, want to give a shout out to Wayne Walton for always helping us with industry. And so, without further ado, the Business and Industry Award is presented to the Hopewell Manufacturers Association. And here to accept that award is Andy Girvin with Advan 6. Andy, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, Kiffy. This is Andy Girvin with Advan 6, but I'm the president of the Hopewell Manufacturers Association, and we just were very excited to support FOLAR and their project here. And I know we've done this in the past, and when the opportunity came across our slate, we immediately jumped on it, and we're just glad to be able to give back. And you know, the river is an important resource for the community, for the industry, and protecting it and making it enjoyable for tourists to come and see it is the right thing to do. So we're just glad to be a part of it. So thank you on behalf of the HMA.
Thank you, Andy, and thank you again for all you do to support our community and to support our river.
And do we want to mention the name of the organizations in the HMA? Do we know that, Andy?
Yeah.
Or did we?
Yeah, I can go through that. So we have Avonic, we have Ashland, we have Virginia American Water Company, we got West Rock, DuPont, and Luminant Power Plant. So that's the makeup of the HMA here in the Hopewell area.
Great, thank you. And Andy and I were having a great conversation, and when we took that photo last evening at a holiday party and saying what a great balance industry is with the work we're trying to do, and we're trying to, again, collaborate, partner on protecting that, what is so precious, the water and land. So thanks, Andy, and thanks to the HMA.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next big award is, let's get to our list. So I'm sure that I'm correct on this because I kept getting them out of order. Our Stewardship Award. This is a wonderful award, and it is to recognize a person who really is a passionate caretaker of the river and of an organization without really any prompting or request. They just see the need, are always there, right there to help in whatever way they can. And we are thrilled to recognize Chris Rizzo, who is on our FOLAR board. Woo! Chris, he's our go-to guy this year, I tell you, because this is his first year on the board. He was a volunteer. That's how we work it, right? You get involved, volunteer, and start leading, and then you're on the board. So again, and I was there with Chris this morning when we took the picture at Rotary. We've had great support from the Rotary Club in Petersburg. Chris has been president of that. So Chris is just an all-around great steward of our work and of the community, and we are very, very fortunate and honored to have him and to present him with this Stewardship Award. And so, Chris, are you able to say anything? He sometimes is muted. You there, Chris? Do you see him online? He might have had to step off. He has a lot of duties. So I will say, Chris, again, a quiet fellow, and really Richard Taylor, a mentee of Richard Taylor, we said this morning, who is a roll up your sleeves kind of guy, one of our founders, along with Wayne. And Chris has really been almost excelled beyond that. Don't tell Richard. So thank you, Chris. Our next award, we're thrilled to give. I think Richard's not on here, actually. He had a, sorry. Okay, our next award is a very exciting award too, and I'm going to pass. Oh no, I keep this one, government agency. Woohoo, this one is a whirlwind award. We are thrilled. This honors partners. You know, we partner with a lot of folks, and we want to highlight the jurisdictions and other government agency that we work with. And this year, we have been doing a lot of work in the city of Petersburg and working just on a ton of work together. And so our government agency award goes to the city of Petersburg. And we have Mayor Sam PARHAM and City Manager Stuart TURILLE on the video here with us. And in fact, we were putting heads together yesterday, working it hard. And as we've already said, University Boulevard in the city, and just all kinds of wonderful work happening there. So, and it's all happened. And we have worked with absolutely every department in the city. And every time we call, they step up. Heather can attest to that. Planning, economic development, Parks and Rec, grounds, and I mean, you name it. Police chief it's been so helpful. Fire department, you guys are all firing on all pistons, and we really appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out. You see in our photo we took yesterday that we have our Petersburg appointed representative there on the far left, Wayne Crocker, who is the Petersburg director of the library. And then you see Mr. Mayor and Stuart TURILLE and myself. But I want to mention an important Petersburg representative who isn't pictured there, and that is, we mentioned Wirt Smith earlier. He is the elected FOLAR representative from Petersburg, and we really appreciate his work. So City of Petersburg, you guys are the center of the trail, and you did it all in the center of it all this year. We appreciate it. So I'll turn it over to Sam, and then maybe Mayor PARHAM and Mr. TURILLE. If you have a few words, we'd love to hear it. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Wendy and the FOLAR team. We are just ecstatic, as always, to be working with FOLAR. The Appomattox River is so key to the city of Petersburg. We're tied together, and we're just so excited that we're finally bringing more life towards the river, and look forward to the expansion of the river running through our Old Town area. Petersburg is on the rise, and I'm just so excited to see so many people down at the trail at University Boulevard. And I can't thank the FOLAR team enough. You guys are great at what you do, and that is bringing us together regionally. And that's always been a challenge, but FOLAR really connects our total community together, from Chesterfield, Hopewell, Dinwiddie, Colonial Heights. We all jump to work with you and the team to definitely make this a place that you like to live, work, and play. So also a big shout out to another one of my mentors, Richard Taylor. So I'm gonna shout out the Petersburg Breakfast Rotary Club that we're in. I was president, Chris Rizzo was president, Richard Taylor was president. And we also like to work with you on our Rotary end as well as we continue to grow and do great things here in the city of Petersburg. So again, thank you all so much. This is just the beginning, and there's so many great things to come. So I thank each and every one of you all for your leadership and commitment to the city of Petersburg.
Thank you, Sam. And Mr. TURILLE, the new voice.
Okay, I have a comment. Your work, which restores the city of Petersburg to its historical connection to the Appomattox River, is worthy of its own award and recognition. The city is proud to be a part of your mission, so important to the health of this community. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Mr. TURILLE. We really appreciate it. And again, you know, I know I keep saying it, but all our work is made possible by all of you. So we so appreciate your support and partnership. So
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So our next award is very special. We have a couple of special interesting awards this year. This is one of the first. Just to remind you, these awards were identified by our board members. Our board really takes note and appreciates all that goes on all year. They stay tuned in, and they submit nominations for all of these awards. So they are the ones who nominate and vote and approve. And so this year we've had so much activity going on through staff that we have actually a couple of our award winners who are sort of part of the team, if you might say. So with that, I'm going to hand this over to Heather, and she's going to introduce this next very special award recipient.
Great. Thank you so much, Wendy. Yes, I am so honored to present the Friend of FOLAR Award. And for those of you who are wondering what that award is about, it really is about someone who is helping FOLAR as an organization. As you know, we're a small nonprofit, and as we have grown, our IT needs have grown as well. So this next award winner has been helping us the last few years actually grow our IT needs and make sure we're connected and supported. And of course, during the pandemic, that was more important than ever. So this award winner also took time to help us make some videos to really communicate our message, going out in the field, videoing me out in the field, and making videos for our award ceremony, for presentations, a nationwide social media flip we did for an event that we're part of. So we're just so thankful to have someone in our family, in our FOLAR family, that can help do all the IT and all the behind the scenes work. Just like Edie, we need all this behind the scenes work just as much as we do out in the river. So I am proud to present John BARRAR as the Friend of FOLAR this year. So with that, John, I'll give you a few minutes for a few words. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much. I really am honored to be recognized. You know, technology is my career. It's also my hobby. It's really been my life's mission to make people love technology as much as I do. And in my experience, they absolutely do not. So whenever I can be helpful, it's really brings a lot of satisfaction to me. And if I've been able to make it easier for Wendy and Kiffy and Heather to communicate and be productive through the pandemic while everyone's had to be apart, it's really been a wonderful experience for me. And I'll tell you that the team at SciComm, who resets Wendy's password about every 45 days, really does get a huge charge out of being able to support nonprofits. It just gives some meaning, you know, because so many of our customers, you know, don't need us as much, but our smaller customers really need that help, and we just love to provide it. And I hear about it all the time about how much they enjoy getting those calls because they feel like they're really helping somebody.
Right. Thanks so much, John. I am definitely a special case for SciComm.
We're here for you.
But again, John and the whole team there is always so patient and positive and smiling, and it makes it calms me a little bit more because there's nothing more stressful than technology. So thank you, John, for and you know, you have that's another go-to kind of volunteer position that when you need help right then. So, and that John's always there. So we really appreciated it, John, all these years. And of course, we'll be going forward. Darn it, I don't think technology is going away.
Let me know if it does.
Thank you again. Okay, let's see, moving right along. Oh, this next award is really another amazing award, the Community Partner Award. Many of you probably have seen our slide that is jam-packed, filled with all of our community partners, the diversity of partners, government and nonprofits and civic groups, and of course individuals and funders and businesses, and I mean, you name it, and we try to work with them. It's how we get our work done. And so this is a really important again award for us, and we are so fortunate to have so many great partners. This year we are pleased to honor our community partner Aaron Reed Miller of the Hopewell Park Recreation and Parks. This is really sort of a cumulative award, but because Aaron has been helping us for years. This year, though, again, in particular, all of the activities sort of coming back out after being closed up in the pandemic were highly attended, and lots of activities, and Aaron brought the whole team and helped us pull everything off really without a hitch. He donates the transportation for shuttling Paddle Battle, and helps so much with everything about Paddle Battle. And it's a huge event and only growing and great for the region. So but also in so many other ways, cleanups and plantings and just all those kind of things. So and support in behind the scenes too. And so with that, Aaron, we really appreciate. Oh, and I was going to mention that you had long ago paddled and battled in the Paddle Battle, I think, with Jim Gould, and you guys were neck and neck, right? And came in there first and second, I think, in that one of those first paddle battles. So you've seen both sides. So we appreciate all that you do. We love working with you and look forward to continuing to work with you. And and so now I think you're there you can say a few words, nice words.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much, Wendy. Those are awfully kind words, and I'm truly honored to be recognized by such an amazing organization. The City of Hopewell prides itself on working with FOLAR in your greater mission to conserve, protect, and really promote the Appomattox River. So you're right. I've paddled a battle back when I was slightly more active in my younger days. And if you say I came in second place, I'm going to go with that. And certainly
that's how I remember it.
Forward. Yeah, I haven't quite beaten Mr. Gould yet, but one of these days I'll get him. But really, I think my claim to fame is building that impressive finish line this year for this paddle battle. So that'll certainly go down in history. But no, just truly honored to be able to work with you, Wendy, Heather, Kiffy. You guys are such an amazing team. As you mentioned, we've done some really amazing things here in Hopewell, but also across the region. And as a user of the facilities all across the region, Petersburg, Dinwiddie, Colonial Heights, I'm just amazed at what a nonprofit small organization has accomplished with really just grassroots effort and good old fashioned hard work. So Happy to be a part of it. Thrilled to be recognized, and thank you all so much.
Thank you, Aaron. And you mentioned something that made
Wendy.
me think, gosh, and we didn't even mention the Hopewell Riverwalk, award-winning Riverwalk that you've been integral in leading. So we really appreciate that. Oh, just the Riverwalk,
Hey, Wendy.
the most visited section of the trail to date. So thank you so
Wendy.
much, and we look forward to more coming there. So
Wendy, can I end?
yeah, yes.
Can I make a statement here?
Yes, we never say no to one of our founders, Mr. Wayne Walton.
Just to prove what was said about Aaron, look at here. Can you see that?
I'm not sure what you're going to have to describe, like you're on the radio.
This is Aaron when he's about 18 years old.
Oh, turn the camera a little more. We definitely want to see that. And up. Oh, yeah. Get it on. Get a good picture so it can be on YouTube. Up a little higher.
A little higher. There he is.
I still have the captain's hat. I still wear it regularly to work.
Aye, aye.
All right. Well, anyway, that was an old memory.
Thank you, Wayne, so much. Yep, that proves it. Aaron's been a lifelong supporter. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Blaine.
And this brings us to our final award, a really special award. I'm thrilled to that we have this this team here tonight, and this team came with a very special staff member this year. So we really got lucky this year, and have some great trailblazers here with us. And I'm going to let Kiffy take it from here.
Well, the Trailblazer Award is for folks that are new to the organization. And these particular folks are pretty amazing. They are our on-call support team. They have never hesitated to, stop by a trailhead to help out with whatever we need, whether it's planting or mulching or trail counts. Fixing benches, showing up and setting up for events. They are just always there when I need them. And of course, I have been there for FOLAR for many hours of support. They just do everything that they do to the best of their abilities. It's incredible just to see their commitment, and you never have to ask them, they just go on their own to do a cleanup, or they just, they know that you have to go check on the plants that you just put in the ground. They're just incredible people. And of course, they're special people to me because it's my mother and father-in-law and my husband. And so I'm proud to announce the Trailblazer Awards go to Roberta and Walter Purcell and Michael WERKHEISER. It says that they are a tireless family team of volunteers. They have provided extraordinary and enthusiastic service and dedication in support of FOLAR and our many programs and needs. I am just personally grateful for stepping in for childcare while I'm at work or on the river. Just always there when I ask, or when Wendy or Heather asks. And in particular, we usually ask Poppy, and that's the word we use when we want something done. We ask Poppy if he'll help us, and he always says yes. So, so Poppy, Nani, or Mike, if you would like to say a few words now, we would be so grateful.
Thank you. Kiffy, can you hear me? All right. Well, thank you, Kiffy and FOLAR, for recognizing my parents as well as me for this award. My contributions pale in comparison to my parents. I simply do what Kiffy tells me to do. It's worked so far, why stop now, right? But I will say that for me personally, the new trailhead at the University Boulevard means a lot to me and our family. Kiffy and I had our first kiss on that trail, which I think needs its own trail marker. We'll work on that. When Kiffy was pregnant, we'd walk the trails, that same trail, and enjoy the beautiful views. And now we take our 2 little girls there. So it's a big part of our life. A few things about my parents, who are your real volunteer heroes. So they live on Grove Avenue in Petersburg. So they've got a beautiful view of the Appomattox River. It's just downstream of Patton Park. You know, I say for every 10 people that watch or complain, only 1 or 2 step up to help. And my parents always step up. They've got a unique combination of passion and positive energy and selflessness. They support what they believe in, regardless of the effort. And their tremendous pride in the neighborhood is infectious. And since our family has roots in Petersburg, we've got a personal tie to FOLAR's mission. So we love what you do, and we'll remain on call for continued service. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mike and Walt, Poppy, and Roberta. We really do appreciate you. See the photos there, Roberta and Walter doing trail counts, and they're also down there planting and mulching. And as Kiffy said, they are on call and ready to roll up their sleeves to do just about anything. And we really, really appreciate it. So, so again, with all of that, all of those awards, is all those volunteers and organizations. That one maybe what just before. I really want to say thank you again to all of you who help us move our mission forward. We could not do what we do without you. Edie, Volunteer of the Year, and the Hopewell Manufacturing Association, Chris Rizzo, City of Petersburg, John BARRAR, Aaron Reed Miller, and Hopewell Rec and Parks, and the WERKHEISERs. Thank you all so much from our hearts and for the community. Thank you. And with that, we will say happy holidays. Actually, thank you for joining us. I think we have a few congratulatory chats in the chat room. I think everybody can probably see those. But again, it just shows that we are all, you know, the community, and everyone is appreciative of all that you do. And we're going to keep moving forward. 25 miles, 25-mile trail. We'll get it done with all your help. And you can be proud. We're certainly proud of you and proud to be partnering with you. So with that, I'm not sure, Sam, are you still there? Sometimes he's out in the Dinwiddie wilds. And we
I'm right here in the mountains of Dinwiddie. No, I don't have anything else to add other than just say thank you again to all the award recipients, and thank you for a great year. And as the little poster there said, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and let's look for a great new year in 2022. Thank you, Wendy.
Yes, yes, and 2022 is ahead. Thank you, everyone. With that, a happy FOLAR holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Holidays.
You'll find this on YouTube.